Hello, my friends. How are you doing today? I'm hoping you had a wonderful Sabbath day. Um, Mine was kind of a irritating one. Um, Woke up early to do laundry, so I can be able to go to church, and started with my garments and my whites, and about 20 something minutes into the load, the machine stops and does not start up again. I go to check it, and it's full of water, and all my clothes are soaking wet. So I spent the next, might be stretching a little bit, about an hour, taking each one and rinsing it free of all the chemicals or the laundry soap. And as soon as enough time had passed, I contacted my landlord and let him know that it's still doing that. It's unfortunate. So today I didn't get to go to church. But then recently my mom told me that I could do my laundry by hand, and I guess I am spoiled as far as first world is concerned, because I didn't like that idea of doing my laundry by hands as she did when way before I was born. And that got me thinking, how would any of us how many of us would be able to survive in pioneer days if we were spoiled completely until here in the 21st century, and all of a sudden we are whisked away to the 19th century, totally skipping over the 20th. How many of us would be able to do the basic stuff? I know there's several things that I wouldn't be able to. We've gotten used to living with modern conveniences to the point where most of the tasks that our forefathers and more recently our parents probably did to be able to survive. How many people would go nuts if they didn't have their phone? How many would go nuts without modern medicine? Oh, we'd all go nuts. Let's just face that one. Since the restoration of the gospel, we have had so many advances in medicine, in science and technology, that it would seem improbable that we'd be able to survive. Now, would we be able to learn those techniques if we have someone to teach us? I think most of us would be able to. But we have become so dependent upon technology for everything that civilization would crawl to a halt come to a halt if anything happened to all of our technology. Of course, from what I've studied, there's techniques and things that we can do to be able to circumvent that. But not if we were thrown back in time. If we were thrown back in time, we would have to be dependent upon others to teach us the necessary skills. We couldn't just go to the store and pick up groceries. While there was little convenience stores, there was not any big change like Walmart. To get our meat, we'd have to go to a butcher. To get our fruits and vegetables, we'd have to go to the marketplace. What about our clothes? How many people here know how to make your own clothes? How many of you have sewing skills? Now remember, we wouldn't be able to use the modern sewing machines, the fancy ones. There is one where the pedal would go like this, and that's how you would be able to sew. Of course, those were for the well-off. Most of them would have to do it by hand. It's really a thought. How spoiled are we with modern tech? What about scriptures? Let's look at that. We have the convenience of mass printing. We can get our scriptures relatively cheap. But to get a set of scriptures, it wasn't cheap. What about General Conference? I don't even think we have every talk that's ever been given in General Conference. I think possibility maybe 1880s is the latest we have. It would be so wonderful to be able to find all those General Conference talks. Now we have some. But we wouldn't have it all. It's really something to think about. I mean, now, if we want General Conference, we just go to our phone, like, not even a week later, and we can listen to the whole conference, one by one. Then we wait till the very next month, and the Ensign would be published, Liahona. The Liahona would be published for General Conference. It really makes you want to think about how blessed we are. I know that years ago it was up to the individual ward buildings or wards to build their own buildings. Church happened all throughout the week. Fast and Testimony, I think, was on Monday. Priesthood, I think Thursday or Wednesday. But we didn't have it all together. it wasn't until I think it was like the 70s or 80s when we started the block meeting. And then it was 3 hours. And when we tell people about how long church is, I bet you a lot of the investigators, some of the investigators were like, you got to be kidding me. 3 hours of church? I didn't even think about it when I started coming back. I just went, was there until everyone left, and then I left. And then when was it? In the teens? Was it President Nelson that changed it to? Yeah, it was President Nelson. Shortly after he came in, changed it to 2-hour Sundays. How wonderful. And then don't forget the temple ceremonies. I don't know how long they used to take, but I think they're like 1.5 to 2 hours now. I think. Don't quote me on that. If you do know, please drop down the time in the comment section below. I would greatly appreciate it. I was also supposed to get my temple recommend signed by the stake or interviewed by the stake presidency today. Totally spaced it. That's what I get for having a blonde, being a blonde. But here's something I'd like to challenge you guys. Learn a skill that you can do without modern technology. If we had a worldwide EMP that destroyed all technology from being used, or if you were thrust back to survive on your own to the pioneer days or medieval period, learn a skill that you can use to be able to survive. Learn to cook with wood. That's camping. I think any Latter-day Saint that's gone camping will have that okay. Except for there's another spot that we've been spoiled in. Camping is no longer camping. It is taking a fifth wheel or motorhome, living in the modern convenience, modern life. How wonderful. But I digress. So this video will be the last one that will be aired at 9 a.m. And tomorrow will be the last day, or Monday will be the last day that I will have 2 videos until November 1st. Because tomorrow I will have caught up with myself in how many videos I had pre-recorded during my social media fast. And so I will be posting these videos. Monday night's video that I record, I will post at 6 p.m. Tuesday until All Hallows Eve, when I will start recording my daily scripture read and input on certain scriptures. I will be doing that every day as well. And those will be posted in the morning. Maybe 7 or 8. I'll have to research what time in the morning would be good time to post videos. You can look at them as morning devotionals. And so the first one will air November 1st. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment, ask questions. Don't just make accusations. If you're just asking, I'll tell you guys the truth. I won't lie to you. Some things I won't talk about, other things I will. If it's gospel related, I have no problem whatsoever. And so, but that is what's coming up. So you guys have a wonderful Monday. One thing. So my roommate, one of my roommates has COVID, and since he'd have been around me a lot, tomorrow I will not be at work. I am stuck home all day. I'll test myself in the morning and then go from there. But for now, I am going to get ready to go to sleep. I already have my alarms turned off, and let's see how late I can sleep in. Just for fun. I will see you guys later. Have a great Monday. Remember that I love you and that my prayers are always with you, and I hope for the best for you guys. Until next time, take it easy.